Okay, before we're going to start this video, I'm going to eat this piece of chocolate. Dark chocolate. Yeah, I was hungry. But yeah, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Part 2. I mean, I already did the video the first time where I thought that being a storyteller etc. and yeah, talking about robots was ironic. Yeah, there'll probably be YouTubers that will probably milk this out even further. But I decided, should I make a sequel to this? Yeah, why not? I mean, it's not like breaking in new grounds here. So, after being called out about being a storyteller, when they basically didn't writing the story itself, the localized yeah, scrappy introvert decided to yeah, sent by CSD talent. And straight streamer decided to yeah, dull down on it. Going back to the previous tweet for a moment. Just if I could find it. So yeah, where to go? Oh yeah, get to my start page. First we go here. Scroll a little bit down. Yeah, if you look outside on the. You see, I'm totally prepared for this. I don't even know where to find it. Oh, nice. There's some guy I blocked, blah blah. Where the hell was I? What to do, what to do, what to do. Yes, I'm coming back. No need to sugarcoat things indeed. Something I wasn't satisfied about. Oh, I can't even find it. Ah, here it is. I should put in a different top, but our first tweet was, it used to be these English writers are taking too many liberties, just stick to translation, and now it's, oh no, the translators have betrayed us too. Right, Michael. Alright, my goal is to honor the spirit of the scene and make the die pop. I'm a storyteller, not a robot. Well, yeah. First of all, yeah. This kind of slang, to give you a bit of context, this was put in, yeah. It's a quote by Colonel Taku Gatekeeper. Yeah, it's being put in a Japanese script. I think it was Naruto or something, but whatever it is called. And it's not an anime I'm actually familiar with. In fact, I don't watch enough anime to actually give a good opinion about it. Maybe it was something else, I don't know. But yeah, basically what it came to is this dialogue here. Are you trying to stop being a four-eyed dork and become a giga chat? Well, yeah, the thing is with this kind of slang is, it's just like a see you later alligator in the 80s. It ages terribly, and yeah. Sometimes it's yeah, could be used to create effect, to create a better context of what the hell is going on. But here it just feels completely out of place. But instead of yeah, admitting that she did a terrible job, she goes in yeah, I'm a storyteller, not a robot. Now she moved the goalpost again, going all the way back to and instead of taking the L and moving on, she decides to throw a tantrum, once again disable the comment section, and I'm still surprised I got 171 likes, but we might talk about this. And there she goes about for whomsoever needs to hear it. I'm not a translator, I'm an ADR scriptwriter. It's my actual job to finesse dialogue so that it sounds great using translation provided to me by clients as a foundation. If you don't understand the work I do, you don't come at me over it. Well, after this I'm going to give you a little advice and maybe to put you on the right track, but first of all, ADR, the technology itself, it stands for, we're going to this side for a minute, automated dialogue replacement. And it is the process of re-recording dialogue after a film or television production. For example, a cartoon or an anime or animated movie has been shot. And it's often used to replace lines that are inaudible on set. Correct any it was originally meant created in 1977 by a guy we come back next to create to correct any mistakes made during filming and change the language from one language to another, or to correct certain mistakes. This was used as a tool, and is quite effective if put to good use. First of all, I have no background in film production. In fact, my profession is elsewhere. And on the job is on the job, off the job is off the job. Right now I'm off the job. Don't take this as the opinion of an expert. I'm just a random guy on the internet, okay? So I don't know the full thing about this technology. What it stands for, and it's kind of logical, it stands for automated dialogue replacement. It's a process for re-recording the dialogue in an audio track to replace the original dialogue recorded on set. This was done typically when filming scenes that were not well lit, where it was hard to hear the actors speak. Now ADR is often used as a way of adding clarity and depth to an actor's voice during post-production. Here it is. It was intended as a way of adding clarity and depth to an actor's voice during a post-production, or to change add some extra dimension to a dialogue. It's it's known by a few definitions. In India, a place like India, so in Asia, it's known as dubbing. Simple as that. But here in the United States, it's called automated dialogue replacement, or that's the scientific term, I think, the technological term. I don't know. And in the UK, for those who are more familiar with it, it's called post-synchronization or post-sync. The process involves recording actors' performances wearing headphones, often in a booth on the set. And HDR technicians replace the original soundtrack, here you go, or audio, whatever, dialogue, that's synchronized with the picture. And yeah, it's to go a little bit back, there's a little here it is. It's used to fix lines in movies when they're unusable due to audio problems, if there were line flubs during filming. From what I've seen here, why it doesn't make sense is there are no line flubs. I mean, the audio was already there. The only thing you were supposed to do was to translate it. Did you ever read your job description? I don't know. But yeah, it's a technique in which an actor can re-record dialogue later on with the intention of making it sound more natural and less stilted than when they initially record the lines. It's kind of post-production. So here you go. Post-production, post-sync. It's kind of synonymous. It's all done by a computer, and it's not necessarily as simple as you might think, which I believe too. I believe that, but I believe that it's not necessarily as simple as you might think, especially when you're not familiar with the technology. But it's one thing that ticks me off. As your scriptwriter, it's your job to add actual finesse to dialogue so it sounds great using translation provided to me by my clients as a foundation. Those clients the original creators. First of all, you never contacted them about them. And second of all, you didn't ask permission of the publisher to do this. You just took their work and injected, I don't know if it's the right anime now, it's the right name to anime, but you injected dialogue, slang, from the English language in a scene where your job was supposed to indeed add where you could re-record dialogue later on with the intention of making it sound more natural or less stilted than when they initially record their lines. As post-production, you're basically injecting something you're using a technology that's meant to add a new dimension to it, to make the work better, to add things in it like GigaChat. I mean, sometimes it's inevitable that you have to change certain words, certain dialogue, etc. But it needs to be close to context. And from my perspective, as an outsider who has no idea about this technology, after reading this article, I think you need to go back to this article from filmlifestyle.com, where you need to check out. You're not you're not even a script writer. The only thing you're doing is replacing dialogue. You're not a storyteller. You're not a writer. So here's a simple sheet of what shows how it's made. Once again, stands for automated dialogue replacement. The white graph has been updated. Nice. Coming says new things. Good. ADR stands for automated dialogue replacement. It's a process for re-recording dialogue in an audio track or to place the original dialogue, or in this case, subtitles, later on. To place the original dialogue and subtitles later on. It's used to improve the work if there are flaws, etc., or correct mistakes. It's not meant to be used to add things in it, like GigaChat, or slang that is going to age terribly. I mean, look at, for a terrible example, or not, see you later, alligator. Nowadays, nobody uses it. And if you're saying that to the kids, nowadays they'll probably be like, okay, boomer. I'll probably get the boomer treatment soon enough, but there's a problem. It's used to fix lines in movies when they're enabled due to audio problems or there are line flubs during filming. Well, they weren't there. ADR is a technique in which an actor can re-record dialogue later on with the intention of making it sound more natural, less stilted than when they initially record their lines. It's kind of a post-production process. How it all started, we're going to read short here. The history of automated dialogue replacement, or ADR, dubbing, or post-sync. It started in 1977 when actor Peter Cullen got tired of the long and tedious process of re-recording his voice of each episode of Transformers. And if you have to re-record your voice time again, it gets annoying as hell. I could imagine that, because when you have a cold, you're basically screwed. And to add more flexibility, they developed this technology to make it to make it less of a tedious process and to add more more flexibility to the actors, to the voice actors, to okay, this one is pre-record, this one is we only have to record once and then we re-record this we have this voice pre-recorded and we can put it later down the road there. Now we can go to other projects. Perfect. That's efficiency. And eventually it can also create some flexibilization. This is what the technology was originally intended for. But what I do not agree with her. And she says the point, she describes it to a certain point, but what I don't agree with is the way she does it. And the mic drop is absolute cringe. From whoever needs to hear it, I'm not trans. I'm ADR scriptwriter. It's my job to finesse dialogue. Sounds great using translations provided to me by clients as a foundation. Well, you never contacted those clients. Just took their work without their permission and added this into used a technology that's not supposed to be used for injecting buzzwords or slang from American English, British English, whatever, into the subtitles or into the dubs later down the road. Because you're using a piece of technology that's created with a good intent, so that you don't have to re-record everything. To basically, to change certain dialogue or subtitles into something that feels completely out of place. So I don't think you've read your job description pretty clearly. In fact, and you disabling your comment section doesn't give you a good look. This is the reason why I said I don't know a lot. I don't watch enough anime to actually give a good opinion about it. I'm more of a manga reader. I read all kinds of. I'm more into the seinen mangas, like Hadashi no Gen, Golden Kamuy, Vinland Saga. I'm planning to read Berserk soon enough. And once I have a little bit of understanding of kanji, because I will be following a Kana course soon, I will start to learn more about Cestus, the Roman gladiator. Because I have three of those books at my own place. And it's one of the reasons why I'm taking this Kana course, not only because I love the language, but because I want to learn what exactly you were saying. I want to know the exact context of what exactly everything means without being dependent on an English translation that might have some flaws in it. So I get the right context. I'm not dependent on an so I could get from the source from my relatives, and I'm not dependent on one of the companies that might screw it up. But yeah. First of all, this mic drop is cringe. But this is you're using a piece of technology that automated dialogue replacement of that automated dialogue and dialogue in subtitles in anime or animated movies, cartoons, whatever, to put things in there that aren't there. That's not what the technology is supposed to be used for. So that's pretty much the history of ADR. You can watch a YouTube video here by here's the definition. Automate means the definition is decreasing human involvement or labor or tasks that can be done by machines instead. I might a little mistake. It has existed since 1972. It was never used because it just didn't sound as good as real actors did. But eventually, over time, technology advances, becomes more, it gets tinkered a bit, and it gets more developed. And eventually, Peter Cullen, the guy that they were referring to, decided to, let's put this to use. Now I can focus on more projects. Great. That's what, one of the benefits of automatizations, or automating, is decreasing human involvement of labor for tasks that can be done by machines instead. Downside of this, if there's too much automation, then the human factor might become obsolete. Look at AI, which I think will be replacing the need for Meli Grant pretty soon. that might be the next step. And yeah, it also cuts down on costs, so yeah, it's a win-win. But yeah, I could go on about this, but yeah. So it's about automated dialogue, placement, pricing, costs, and yeah, you can find it there. And yeah, indie filmmakers also use it. Yeah, it's also the most common misconception is that involves making the voice sound more natural, but this isn't true at all. I could actually believe. So yeah, automate dialogue placement. It consists of taking out parts, like I told you. This is all, you can read, you can do your own research, make your own mind about it. But yeah, basically what it comes down to, you're using a technology that's existed since 1973, not 77. When Peter Cullen decided to, let's do this. I want more flexibility in my schedule. I want more projects, more money. Fair. Using this technology was meant to make create re-recording the dialogue in audio track, or to place original dialogue or subtitles recorded. If there are problems, it's not meant to use to replace it with buzzwords or with slang that will be obsolete in the next 10-20 years. So, and you're still not a storyteller here. You're not even a script writer. I mean, I'm starting out with writing scripts for webcomics. I started out about a year or two ago, and I still don't know all the things. Yeah, I said this mic drop it doesn't make you look good. It makes you look pathetic. So I'm giving you, to make this long story short, this was everything you need to know about ADR. I'll probably post a link down under my video so that you could do your own research and make your own mind about it. And to those other anime YouTubers out there who have seen this happening on Twat, on YouTube, we'll probably cover this next. You can use my video wherever you want, as long as the copyright is respected. Mention my name. Maybe give it a little shout out, maybe read my webcomic, because now we're going to a little bit of real life advice to Meli Grant, Melizande. Not only just for your job, to help you get better into your job, hope it's a piece of advice. I said I have nothing against your community, etc. Whoever you share your bedroom with is not my concern. I'm trying to speak to you as an individual. I'm trying to give you advice on how you can become a true storyteller, write your own scripts, and create your own thing without the need to replace subtitles and dialogue with something that shouldn't be there. This how did that happen? It must be the Kindle version that's doing a little bit crazy. This is The Art of Comic Book Writing by Mark Nees. It's written by Mark Nees. It's part of SCAD Creative Essentials. It's basically a book that teaches you everything about outlining, scripting, and pitching your sequential art stories. And if done right or not, it could be used. It could flow into for example, animated movie, or a series, or a cartoon series, or an etc. Or you could create mini-series, maxi-series, whole graphic novels with multiple volumes, or Takobon with multiple stories. That's Takobon, yeah. There it is. I'm still trying to get the thing right. So you can create, yeah, outlining, scripting, pitching sequential art stories, and also tells you about how to do certain perspectives, like from yeah, bird's eye view, or yeah, worm's eye view. It's all there. The next one I'm going to teach you is optional. This one goes deeper into the source material. Then O'Neill. Check this guy out. He might be an old man, but he wrote some pretty good stuff. So yeah, go here. It's about, as I said, here you're only paying 25 bucks US dollars on Amazon for the paperback. Here you have Dennis O'Neill. It might be less yeah, suitable for animation, but if you want to write your own stories, here, paperbacks around 38 US dollars, but you can find them used for 15.50, or you can even find them in the Dutch stores as well. And because you're living in Los Angeles, California, you don't have to pay for shipping that much. And here you go to the next one. So it makes 50, makes in total 50. And yeah, 88 euros, or dollars, my bad, US dollars. Invisible art. Here we go to the other one. The best-selling international classic on storytelling and visual communication. Explore the secret world between panels through the lines, within the hidden symbols of a powerful but misunderstood art form. Some that might help you create your own thing. I'm saying the book is perfect, but even Neil Gaiman praises it, and I have my own opinion about the guy, but might want to give it a good look. And it's you can buy it used for 15, just 16 bucks. It's 88 plus 16. It's 104 US dollars. It's an investment, but yeah, with time and effort and the will to learn, you can put it to good use. It helped me a lot. There's still things I haven't read because at a certain point I was like, F it, I'm just going to write my own thing, no matter if I win or lose. So we're going to this one, making comics. Scott McCloud. Storytelling streets of comics, manga, here you go, and graphic novels. So yeah, what's basically all about is, it does the same thing as, it's part of the same thing as understanding comics, but here is, it's published in 1993. It's when the graphic novels were starting to go into the mainstream, and yeah, here you have some things about how you could draw, some basics about how you could draw, etc. But there are other books available into that. And yeah, that's basically it. It's an investment that takes time and effort, but yeah, they're easily available in the USA, especially in LA, even though I don't like that place. But yeah, I'm speaking to you as some things might not be suitable for your job, but what I'm trying to tell you is, try to actually do something. Actually try to put effort into your work, no matter if it's writing this or with the automated dialogue replacement. Put the technology for what it's intended for, and don't do it. Don't put crazy things in it that don't belong in there. I mean, there are instances where certain words work better, but just respect the source material and first ask the publisher, the studio, and the creators. Send them a mail, or ask someone in a close environment who knows Japanese if you could could help you translate this message. I want to send it to them. They're more than willing to help you if you have the right intentions. But you don't have the right intentions. Mrs. Grant. You haven't shown that you're a terrible employee. So yeah, to get out of here, give is right here in my will probably be my thumbnail next, because yeah, you're already ratioed with 38 certified tweets with only a few were more supportive of you. But yeah, I'm telling you right now, pissing off the anime community. I've seen it with my own eyes. Never ends well. In fact, it will only make you more disliked. It will cause your the community where your the flag belongs to in your profile. Doesn't give him a better name either. And yeah, you could drop him to make all you want, but you can't run away from what will eventually be the end result. The people will notice, and they will in the age of social media, you need to be extremely careful with putting these kind of things online. They will notice, and they'll think, hey, yeah, some people will support you, but those will be very few. The majority, they'll dislike you. That's exactly why localization studios in the West are so disliked, because they often lack, they just throw a tantrum. They lack professionalism from top to bottom. And yeah, they just need to for a quick buck, fulfill quotas, and yeah, that's it. So yeah. I don't know if you were watching this video, but I hope you'll take my advice, the message what I'm trying to get into your skull. Try to do something with it. I'm just a random YouTuber. I don't wish any harm upon you. But yeah, if you keep doubling down like this, you'll only keep turning people against you. So yeah, if you want to see how you could write, how you could structure a script, etc., from a noob how I did it, you could watch my streams here. Here are my streams. You could get first off here, first off there. This picture of Symphony X, The Divine Wings of Tragedy. Good album. Maybe if you like certain types of music, give it a look, give it a listen. Maybe you like it. Here, writing is rewriting. I had to rewrite my second chapter like 21 times. And yeah, that's often my shameless self-promotion. But yeah, just to make sure I'm not blasting you or anything. I just want to be sure that you are that you don't say. I just want to give you some advice about how not to screw things up and how not to turn the community against you. That's it. So you can do what so yeah, you can either take my advice for granted and others, or because most of the people who retweet or cited your tweet, made a citation, whatever it's called, they actually have no ill intent against you. They want you to be good at your job, but they see you screwing up. And yeah, they're not the problem. It's your mentality that's wrong. And yeah, this is me speaking to you as an individual, not to the entire group that the flag belongs to. But your mentality is completely... It needs to take a shift, otherwise yeah, it will turn against you. And with that, yeah, that's how far my take goes. This was basically me trying to be as reasonable as possible, as objective as possible, and give some advice. And yeah, you might like it or not. That's up to you to decide. And yeah, like I said, I actually milked this for longer than I expected. Therefore, I will make a sequel to this. But yeah, it wasn't made out of bad faith. I was actually trying to help out. And with this, I say good night, buenas noches, and yeah, oyasumi. That's right. I've been practicing a bit, and yeah, I heard that word 2-3 times from my relatives, so oyasumi, and see you tomorrow, or another day. I'll probably have to. The creative writer stream is won't be this week. I think I have to move it to next week because I have some visitors coming along, and I have to do some stuff. So see you guys on the next one. Oyasumi, to matane, adios.